Hey, what's up? It's skippysimon. How are you today? I'm doing good. I got me a burrito that I reheated. It's true. If you take one of these here burritos, and I found that if you got an air fryer, 250 degrees for 20 minutes, while in the tin foil, because if you don't have it in the tin foil, the air fryer will turn this thing into a crispy critter. So you gotta have that tinfoil condom on. And that is what makes the reheat action happen. Alright, now, I am thoroughly convinced, okay, I just want to mention this, okay, because I have known Joe Rogan since the early 2000s. I've got a few hundred of lineups from the Comedy Store with his name and my name on them. We work together. He's what I call a shitty coworker, like a lot of comedians were to me. Bunch of shitty coworkers. And I'm also convinced from me working in the military, understanding how the military works, that Joe Rogan, his podcast, and a lot of the comedians associated with it, straight up government agents, okay? It's happened in entertainment before, and it'll happen again because as Frank Zappa once said, Hollywood is the entertainment branch of the government, and what the government loves is a good, useful idiot that they can pay off, manipulate, and control behind the scenes. And also direct or misdirect public opinion. So that's why I'm thinking, 100%. I just saw something online where, like, Trump just called up Rogan, been like, yo, stop talking about the Epstein files and shit. And it's like, yep. CIA. Comedy in Austin. That's what the CIA is. If you go to the Austin comedy scene, this is complete speculation, but I'm going to throw it out there anyhow and give a fuck. Me and Rogan ain't friends and never will be. The entire comedy mothership is a government recruiting agency. Okay? Kill Tony is just a careful way of finding useful idiots to distract you from what's going on in the government. Kill Tony. I've known Tony for a long time. He's just like Joe Rogan. Short and don't got a dad. They're just trying to, show that father that they never had that, look at me, Dad, look what I did. Well, comedy in Austin, bro. CIA. It just makes sense, you know. I'm pretty confident that Joe Rogan and Alex Jones have VIP tickets for Bohemian Grove. You know, that clandestine place where rich people plot, you know, destruction on the world? That was the one thing that helped me realize how much of a fraud Alex Jones was. When he released the video of him at Bohemian Grove, and nothing ever happened. He got to sell it. Really? They just let you in there. You expose the elites. Maybe you didn't expose anything. Maybe you just exposed yourself. Don't think that Alex Jones and Joe Rogan ain't one of them. CIA. Comedy in Austin. Everything I just said, hearsay, made up, allegedly, whatever I gotta say. All I'm saying is, sometimes the easiest answer is the one that's right in front of you. The problem with Joe Rogan, the same problem that Pauly Shore had. You're the comedian who became the joke. Rogan ain't funny. Just a joke. He never was funny, man. Even when I worked with him at the Comedy Store. Guy was never funny. The only reason he had any draws is because he was on TV. And why was he on TV? Wonder how some people get to where they are sometimes. CIA. Comedy in Austin. And guess what? I'm allowed to think what I think. Why not? Till Tony's a recruiting office for shitty government comics. I mean, Theo Vaughn and Tim Dillon, and you know, like they're also in with the CIA. They're Comedy in Austin as well. Callan, that retard guy, what's his name, Bappa, whatever, that gringo dum-dum. CIA, bro. Yep. Why? I don't understand why the hell it did not make sense to me at all. Why any decent comedian would go to Austin. Austin. Of Austin's beautiful, mind you, but for comedy, okay? You're going to leave beautiful Southern California. Yeah, it's got its flaws. But Austin, it's not Austin. Austin, I've been there a couple times. It's nice, got great 'But you're choosing Austin over California. Huh, why would you move to Austin? Huh, well, let's talk about Greg Abbott. Let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about how Republicans want to take over America, just like they did back in the 30s. Look it up. There's this thing called the business plan. If you don't think Republicans are fascist, if you don't think that they don't want to take over as a one-party system, you are completely fucking wrong. They've been trying to do it since the 1930s. Look up the business plan. General Smedley Butler should be taught about in history classes in school, but he isn't, because the rich are suppressing more information that they don't want you to know about. But there's a book that General Smedley Butler put out called War is a Racket that describes exactly how our government keeps us in perpetual war because it makes money for the war profiteers, because that's who really owns the government. That's why you should not mix capitalism and democracy. Because capitalism is Satanism, and Satanism destroys everything it touches, just like it's doing with democracy. Money is the devil, and that's why Joe Rogan is paid so much, because he is the devil. He works for the devil. The great Satan is our government. It's that simple. I mean, you can love America all you want, but I've got my own opinion of it, and it's not pretty. You can sit there and say America is the greatest country on earth, but you've never been to Finland. You've never left America, probably. You've never been outside of the borders because you're too scared because you got it so good here. You ignorant fuck. Get outside, see the world, bitch. But CIA, comedy in Austin. Tony Hinchcliffe, he's recruiting dudes. They're just creating distractions for you so Trump can get away with the Epstein files, and they can get away taking your Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. That's what they're doing. They're just causing distraction so they can take away your benefits, They're going to destroy the Constitution. Don't you even think about it. You're not going to have your Second Amendment rights if this keeps up. Your right to keep and bear arms. Keep loving your guns, bitch, because it's going to get taken away with Trump in office. It's sad. The fact that we are kowtowing to this traitor, this scumbag, this child rapist named Trump, it disgusts me as an American, as a veteran, as someone who actually gave a fuck about the Constitution. I don't give a fuck about these white trash assholes who don't care about America, who don't care about the Constitution, who only care about Trump and his MAGA regime and his Christian nonsense and his fascist bullshit. That's why Joe Rogan became Christian. He wants to be a fascist Christian faggot, that's all. That's it. He wants to suck the Lord's dick. He wants to suck Trump's dick. He's already sucking Trump's dick. Why didn't you ask him about his ear when he was on your show, bitch? Trump did not get shot. That assassination attempt, 2 people died so that Trump could have a photo op. Think about it like that. That's exactly what happened. 2 people died so that Trump could have a photo op so he could slap a ketchup packet on his ear. It's a disgusting timeline we live in. Trump is Satan. Even though they have him rubbing up against Satan in South Park, that bitch is the devil. Don't trust Christians. They worship the devil. That's another thing, too. I'm really starting to believe that American Christians are demons. They call everyone else demons, and everything with them is projection. Like, they call the trans community and they call them and the drag community, they call them rapists of children. Meanwhile, what are they doing in church? What are they doing protecting the Epstein files? What are they doing with all this? I mean, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting that we have a president who is protecting child rapists and is one himself. Absolutely disgusting. And absolutely disgusting that Joe Rogan is protecting this child rapist. That's why I say he probably became Christian, because he probably has some horrible allegations coming out against himself soon. Because I honestly think Trump has the Epstein files, and mind you, I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck if you're Republican or Democrat. If you're on it, okay, if you're guilty, you're fucking guilty. I don't give a fuck. You're scum. You are rich trash who rapes children. That should be talked about. Like, a lot. Like, why are rich people allowed to get away with raping children? Why are priests allowed to get away with raping children? Oh, it's because the institutions that they're behind allow it. And it's disgusting. absolutely disgusting that Joe Rogan is protecting this entire child rapist regime. Every GOP right now is complicit in protecting. Like, you say you love children, you love children when they're in the womb. As soon as they come out of the vagina, game over, bro. Let's get rid of the Republican Party. Let's make them extinct. They don't need to be around anymore. They've tried twice to try to take over the government. Get rid of them. Get rid of Trump. Get rid of Rogan. Get rid of everybody. Go to school. Get an education. Become a better person. Try to be a better person in society. Say please and thank you. Open doors for people. Be kind to the handicapped and elderly. Just be a good person, goddammit. Try to have better karma. You'll get better parking spaces. Things will happen. You'll notice people are nicer to you. You'll get free things at places because people are nice. You know, when kindness is reciprocal. Be a nice person is all I'm saying. And, yeah, and comedy in Austin sucks. Rogan is the worst stand-up comic. Tony Hinchcliffe ain't far behind. He is shit. I've worked with him numerous times. He's just he's made of fucking pipe cleaners and earwax. I mean, the guy's just a fucking human marionette. His comedy is garbage. Absolute fucking garbage. He lucked out. Okay, he absolutely lucked out because he figured out how to turn an open mic profitable. He stole this idea from the show called in the Comedy Store called the Ding Dong Show, and he stole his idea from Kill Tony from that. So, yeah. So Joe Rogan's all about like, oh yeah, Mencia steals stuff. Your fucking crew steals too, asshole. Hypocrite, Christian, scum. Christians are really proving themselves to be human scum. Just demonic human scum in America. Makes sense why Joe Rogan wants to be one. Absolutely makes sense. Just be a better person. You don't need God to be a good person. You do not need God. If anything, God will make you strap a bomb to yourself and walk into a perfectly good cafe. Leave God alone. He's crazy. That fucker's nuts. Let's leave God at the church. Leave God in the book he's in. Leave God alone. God's an asshole. Say goodbye to God. Say hello to happiness. Seriously. And yeah, comedy in Austin. Joe Rogan is CIA as fuck, dude. Joe Rogan is a government asset as fuck. Allegedly. See how that works? Alright, I'll talk to you later. I'm Skippy Simon. Stay awesome.